there is a very frequently cited statistic by lawmakers and by the news media as well that 1 in 5 undergraduate women are sexually assaulted. And I want to know, Jackie Speier, if that is an accurate statistic today. It's frequently contested by some who would like, who feel like it should be more specific to rape itself as opposed to other forms of sexual assault. But is that still an accurate statistic? Is it more
I think
or
it is
less?
an accurate statistic. It is 1 in 5 that will be sexually assaulted or an attempt of sexual assault will be made against them. And there's been a lot of controversy over that particular statistic. George Will did a column that was particularly offensive to some of us that I think underscores the fact that there are still people, even though that is a very accurate figure, that there are still people that want to deny it.
And I did find that there were a couple of recent surveys by the American Association of American Universities and by the Department of Justice that actually ended up validating that statistic. Michelle Dauber, is your understanding that that accurately reflects the situation on college campuses today?
Actually, the number's low because the actual number should measure senior women only. And in other words, we want to know what are the odds, essentially, that in your 4 years here at Stanford, for example, you would experience some form of sexual violence. And when you look at senior women only, the number is actually 25% or higher. The number at Stanford is actually 43%. 43%
among senior
female
college women?
43% of senior undergraduate females at Stanford report that during their 4 years with us, they have experienced some form of sexual assault or serious sexual misconduct during their time with us. And that number should be a pants on fire emergency for Stanford and for every other college in America.
So then what is the status, of how colleges are addressing it in America? And I'm asking you specifically, Michelle Dauber, in the sense that you've worked with Stanford, right, in terms of crafting their response to complaints or reports of sexual assault. So where were they and where are they now?
Well, Stanford, like a lot of schools, I think, has really struggled in this area to address the issue in an effective way. I think that, they have made progress, but I think there's much, much more to do. And I'll just take the aftermath of the Brock Turner case for an example. If you compare, for example, the way Stanford has dealt with this issue to, for example, the way Harvard has, I think you can see some useful comparisons in addressing fraternities. All the research shows that fraternities are a location of risk for women, undergraduates at our colleges and universities. One study showed that every woman who attends one fraternity party per month raises her risk of sexual assault by 38%. So they are a dangerous place in some schools.
Do you know who did that study?
That was the Bureau of Justice Statistics. So what do we do at Stanford after a young woman is brutally sexually assaulted at a party, at a fraternity party, during this party that is a Stanford-sanctioned and sponsored event? We have done, to my knowledge, no real soul-searching inquiry into whether fraternities need further regulation and supervision, whether they need to have private security, for example, during their parties, whether more needs to be done. Harvard has decided not to have fraternities at all and not even to allow single-sex student organizations to thrive within their university. So I think there are things that we could be doing that we're not doing that I hope we do in the future.